Hello. It's Sunday, and you know what that means.
You stole my line. She told me not to say it, and then she stole my line.
I told him not
You
to
didn't
say it
even
because
do
I
it
wanted to
right.
say it.
It's Sunday of the Bead
I'm
extravaganza.
sorry.
The great
You
Bead
want to start
extravaganza.
over? Let's start over.
3, 2, 1. It's Sunday of the great Bead extravaganza, and you know what that means. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us today. I'm Alex.
I'm Abby, and it's party time, hence the party hat.
And we got party shirts.
We got party shirts. It said, I'd much rather be beading. Well, we're going to get beading in just a second. But before we get started, we want to remind you to like the video if you're watching on YouTube, heart the video if you're watching on Facebook, and share it with all of your beading friends.
But yes, please, before we get started, make sure to like and heart.
This hat is hot.
There's 92 of you, so we need at least like 30 likes
it's beading
and
time.
or reactions.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hi. I'm going to switch the banner over. I'm going to just take the banner off. Look at me doing stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where is it?
Yeah.
There it is. I did it.
There we go. We did it.
Okay. So
We got
if you're watching and you're like, why are these weirdos all dressed up? What is the special event? We are here with day 2. We're kicking off day 2 of the Great Bead Extravaganza. If you're not sure what the Great Bead Extravaganza is, well, it is.
You are in for a treat.
You are a very big treat, a beady treat. It is. It is a fabulous virtual.
We don't eat the beads.
We don't eat. No, hold on. Wait for it.
Oh my gosh.
Can they see it?
Yeah, they can see it as long as they can read.
Don't eat the beads.
They don't eat the beads.
Okay, anyway, the Great Bead Extravaganza is a fabulous virtual bead show that happens quarterly, and we are lucky enough to be presenters. So if you're not sure who we are the Bead Place. So we are a brick and mortar bead store in the St. Louis area, and we also have an online shop, beadplace.net. So while we're talking about our online shop, I am going to link our kit in the chat, and our kit is called the Versa.
Oh, paste.
Thank you.
Copy.
Yeah, I was trying to copy a nothing.
Copy a copy.
So our kit is called the Versatila bracelet / wrap necklace, and that is because it is a bracelet and a necklace. So let's switch it up. Let's go to our hand cam and we can talk about it. Boom, look at that. I gotta take my jacket off. I'm getting warm. Okay, here we go. Alex is testing the stream. All right, here we go. So this might be my favorite colorway. I'm not sure. Oh, I gotta turn my. Thank you so much. The sale notifications are coming through. You guys hear that? Those bing, bing, bing. That's thank you so much. Forgot to turn that off. So this might be my favorite colorway. This is the orange and purple and pyrite colorway. I think probably have maybe about somewhere between 30 and 50 of these kits left. This is also one of my favorite colorways. This is the turquoise and bronze colorway. We have a good amount of these left. We made extra of these because everybody loves turquoise. And then this one here seems to be everybody else's favorite. I love this one too. This one is the black and white and terahertz. Now, I think we have under 10 of these kits left. So if you love this one, snag it now. You can use coupon code TGBE20 for 20% off site-wide, excluding subscriptions and classes. So you can get 20% off this kit with TGBE20. So I do want to let you know, because we almost sold out of the terahertz kits super quickly. We decided to make more, and the more that we made have the terahertz beads a little bit bigger than this sample. They're about the same size as these beads. So I did just want to let you know that. Okay. Oh, everybody loves the turquoise. Thank you. So because everybody loves the turquoise, let's choose turquoise to do for our kit today.
Makes sense.
You guys good with that? All righty. I'll scooch these off to the side. So if you use that link that we put in the description, you can get 20% off one of these kits. And we package them with care in one of our little kit bags. And inside your kit, you will receive a custom curated Tila mix. There should be 50 plus beads in here. We give you a couple extra just in case there's a blockage or a funny bead. So we'll kind of go over the kit contents first and then we'll get into it. We also have some of our vegan suede. So this is cruelty-free suede that is made primarily out of recycled water bottles, which I think is super cool. And then you'll have a little package of gemstones. You'll have your 2 different kinds of stringing material in this kit. We have Fireline, and then we also have the wonderful Soft Flex jewelry wire, beading wire. You were going to have fine in this kit, so it's the smaller of their wires. All right, so you're going to have a big eye beading needle in your kit as well. If you want to use a different kind of beading needle, that's a-okay. I find that big eyes are the easiest for me to work with, but you can, of course, use whatever you want. Now, also in your kit, you're going to have a little bag of findings. These little seed beads might be in with the Tilas in your kit. They might be in with the findings in your kit. I don't know, but you'll want to take special note to pull these little baby seed beads aside. That way you can save them for later. So when we dump out our little findings bag, what you're going to see inside, maybe easily recognizable, is one of these little slide beads. This slide bead operates as our clasp. So when we wrap the bracelet around your wrist, this is how you're going to tighten it to fit you. This is also the clasp, of course, for the necklace as well. And when we wear it as a necklace, we can wear it as a necklace that kind of drapes down, but my favorite way to wear it is like a choker. And so when you cinch this clasp, when you cinch this clasp up, you have these awesome tails that hang down in the back of your neck. And it is just the cutest thing. I always feel like a cowboy whenever I wear it that way. Okay.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. All right. So I'm going to separate out my little seed beads. I should have grabbed a triangle tray, but I didn't. So I'm going to pull these guys to the side and talk about a couple of the other things. Some of these things will be self-explanatory, but I do want to talk about these guys. These guys are, I think they're pronounced Kalimpos. They are Super Duo seed bead findings, and they're really, really useful in a lot of different applications. And today we're going to use them to provide a clean, finished look to our little seed bead design there. So it's going to allow us to attach to our suede, and it's just a nice, finished, professional looking way to finish it off. How many times can I say finish?
Abby, you're going to make a kit for that awesome bracelet you showed in the trend report?
Maybe. I don't know what bracelet I showed in the trend report. We've talked about a lot of things and my brain is fried right now, but we're gonna make kits for everything we possibly can. Let's do it. So I'll just go ahead and say yes. So also in your findings pack, you'll have 2 of these soldered jump rings. I like using soldered jump rings like this whenever we're using fine wire, when we're crimping fine wire into it, because what happens if your bracelet gets snagged? Oh yeah, I can do that. Totally. So what happens if your bracelet gets snagged and your jump ring opens up a little bit? You don't want to lose that fine wire out of the little slit in an open jump ring. So that's why we're using soldered jump rings today. That is a very important step. Alice, can you post the link to the kit, please? All right. And then also in your little findings bag, we've got crimp beads and then little extra beads that taper down to the crimp.
There's the kit.
Okay, so let's get started with bead weaving because that's the trickiest part of this whole thing. What I like to do is kind of sort out my beads first. If you want to do them completely at random, you can. But whenever I'm making this kind of bracelet, and I'm not I don't have 200 plus people watching me. I like to sort out my little beads. And then that way I'm sure that I don't have two beads next to each other. I can get an even pattern. But it's just as beautiful if you don't sort them out. So today I'm not going to sort them out. So I have my 8-pound fire line here, and I'm just going to open up my little spool. An easy way to do that is to put your thumb through it and then just pull on the end until it comes undone. Every now and then you'll get a little tangle, but that's just the nature of working with stringing material. Look at that, no knots. We should knock on wood. Okay. Alrighty, so I have my big eye needle, and you might be like, where is the eye on this needle? Well, let me tell you, let me show you. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your fingernail and you're gonna just separate out that whole entire needle, or that whole entire eye, which is the whole entire middle of the needle. Isn't that cool? Rosalinda says, Abby, can we use wildfire? Yeah, sure, go for it. My preference is Fireline, so that's what we included in this kit. But the this bracelet kind of lends itself to a lot of different substitutions. You could use different seed beads to create the little checkerboard patch across the front. I think it would be super cute with super duos. You could use like the check tile beads. You can do whatever you want. The construction allows for just like a little patch of whatever strands you want. And you can make it your own. So if you don't have fingernails and it's tricky for you to get this needle open, I'm going to share 2 tricks with you. You can use the corner of the little card that your needle came on to help split it open, or you can use another needle to help split it open. Susan, the code is TGBE20 to get 20% off site-wide, excluding subscriptions and classes, now through Wednesday. Alrighty, so I'm going to thread my needle so that it's about 1/3 of the way down my work. And these little Tila beads, if you're not familiar with them, they are a 2-hole bead. Let me see if I can bring it down just a little bit. Everybody, hold on, buckle your seatbelts.
TGBE 20.
Yes. Okay, so these little guys have 2 holes. And what we're going to do with these is we are basically going to be staggering them and creating like a staggered checkerboard, classes and subscriptions. You don't have to put that on the scroller. It's okay. You can just put 20% off at beadplace.net. So you see how I'm creating this kind of staggered checkered pattern? That's what we're doing with the Tila beads. And it's going to kind of create this fun, flexible strip that reminds me of ska music.
There you go. We got a ticker. So
awesome. Good deal. Thanks, Alex. All right. So what we're going to do first is we're going to grab 2 beads and we're going to string them on like this. Don't worry about the back or front of the Tila. Technically, there's a top and a bottom, but it doesn't matter at all for this design. I'm going to bring it back up a little so I'm not poking the camera. Hold on. Do we have a minimum for free shipping? 200. All right. So we've got those 2 on there, and we're going to bring our needle through. Are we using all of the string? Yes, we are. And it's going to be too much, but it's going to give us enough to go back through and kind of even everything out, but we'll get there. So I have my 2 on here like this, and I have about 6 inches of extra fire line here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of lay it out so that it's easier for you guys to see what I'm doing, but just know you don't have to lay it out when you're working. So you see how this bottom one here, I'm going to bring it back in again. You see how this bottom one here, well, it was, is kind of down, and this one is up. What I'm going to do now is, oh, my needle is coming out this direction and my tail end is here. Jana says, can someone write the code, please? It should be on the ticker on the screen. Okay, so our needle is coming out this way. Now we're going to take it in this way through the top hole of this bead here, our second bead. And it's okay if it gets a little messy, but we're going to kind of tighten it. I'll make sure I'm on camera so you guys can see. And I'm pulling the wrong side because I'm too close to the camera. Okay, so now this is what we have. Make sense? Everybody with me so far? It'll get easier as we go. I'm going to bring us up just a little bit. And that way I have more room to work. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to pick up another Tila and try to make it a different color. And we're going to string it down. Sally says, is there a giveaway during the live? No, the giveaway is not drawn live, but we're going to talk about the giveaway in just a little bit. Okay, so now we have this little square, or it will be a kind of a square in a minute. What is it? A rhombus? A parallelogram, right?
No clue.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the needle back through this one, about 6 inches. So we're going to go down through this right here. And then also we're coming out of the bottom or the side one here. And pull. But keep in mind that tail is still loose. You know, I said no knots and then I gave myself a knot right here. Hold on one second, guys. All right, Alex, entertain the people at home while I untie this knot, please. There we go. I did it.
Tied the knot.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to get tightened and then get us back on track. Dun, dun, dun.
Alrighty then.
Okay, so yeah, it is. It's like a modified ladder stitch. It's kind of like a cross between peyote and a ladder stitch. Looks like peyote, but behaves like a ladder stitch. Okay, so when we tighten it, this is what it should look like. So now what we're going to do in order to kind of anchor this guy, because he's a little loose, we're going to come back up and we're going to go through the other hole of the turquoise Tila. And we're basically going to be working our way back so that we're going to be able to come out here and add another Tila. So what's everybody having for breakfast? I got coffee and I don't know what we're going to do after this. We'll figure it out. Okay, so see how now I'm coming back the other way. And again, tying myself a knot here. I think if it's okay with you guys, I'm going to bring the camera up a little bit and then I'll just work a little higher. And you won't be able to see the background as well, but then I'll stop tying as many knots. How about that? Okay, now I'm more comfortable. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. And when we tighten it and pull on it, now this tail end here at the bottom isn't really going to give us much trouble. But we are going to use that tail end later, so don't cut it off. Okay, so now we're to the point where we're ready to add in another Tila bead. So we're going to pick one up and we're going to string it down. I said I was not going to have as many knots, but here I am. It wasn't a knot because I didn't pull it tight. It was just a tangle. Alrighty, so now this little guy, you can see, is going to land right here in this spot. And we are going to anchor him in by going right into the hole, the top hole of the tila below him, and straight out to the other side, like that. And then when we pull it, then it'll anchor right into place. Alrighty, like that. And so because we just came out of the bottom hole here, now we have to go back up to the top hole and come back the other way and anchor this back on. So we're going to come through in this direction and keep beading. Alrighty. Hey, Alex, I know there's some comments coming in that I'm missing. Any chance you could skim the comments and see if I'm missing any questions?
No. I mean, I can, but there aren't.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
They're telling you what they ate, though.
Awesome. Can you tell me what they ate since I'm beading? I asked the question. All right. So now we're back where we need to be.
Breakfast.
Okay. Now we're back where we need to be in order to add another tila on. And what I like to do at this point is just kind of have fun with my color combinations. My trick is just to make sure that there's not two tilas directly next to each other. But you do you. I think color blocking would be kind of cool in this project too. We talked a lot about color blocking last night during the trend report. Because if you missed the trend report presentation, make sure.
That's coral.
Oh, like all together?
You just put the eggs in the coffee.
Eggs and coffee, I hope.
That says eggs coffee.
Some people put butter in their coffee. So if you missed the trend report, I would highly recommend going back to watch it because it was fabulous. Coral says maybe a bit of doggy drool in my lap. On my screen, guys, I can only see about 2 comments at a time before they go up, but Alex can see like the full thing. Karen says that trend report was off the hook. Oh, I know. It was really fun too. Okay, so this is where we're at now. And remember, we're coming out of the lower hole on this side. So we need to go up to the top hole and come out that way again. And what's nice about this stitch is it's kind of like you're doing everything twice. So it's super secure. And it kind of locks your tension in. So if you're not super great with keeping your tension even, don't worry about it because you'll be fine with this. Alrighty. And I know it's a lot of fire line, but I promise that you'll want it at the end when we go back in to reinforce. Okay, which one do I want to use? Ooh, I haven't used this green one yet. All right, so we're going to come down. So we've just added a tila. And then I'm going to come down through this hole here and go through this again. And it kind of looks like a watch band as we start to build it out, like with the way those watch band links work together. Lorraine says, I always love a new idea for using tilas. I know, me too. They're such fun little beads. Okay, so here we're at this. Now what we're going to do is we are going to come this way through the top hole of the bronze one and the bottom row of the forest green one. And we just basically repeat this step over and over and over again. Now we're going to go up to get us in a position where we can add a new, where we can add a new bead. So guys, in chat, let me know if this makes sense or if I should demonstrate the stitches a few more times, because we can move on to another part. But
are there instructions in the kit?
There are not written instructions, but there is a link to the live stream that we're doing now.
It's already in there?
It's a QR code that goes to, yeah, it's here. I'll show you.
Oh my gosh. It's the future.
It's the future.
The future is now. That's crazy. You could do that before you even do that.
Coral says, makes sense to me, I think. Well, I'll do a few more just in case, and then we'll move on to the finishing. All right, so we're going to go down. And basically what we're going to do.
What's our time slot today?
We have until 11:30 Central.
Oh, okay.
So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to keep repeating this until we've used 50 beads. Keep in mind that there might be a couple extra tilas in your kit. We always give you a couple extra things just in case. Just in case the bead goblins on the floor decide to steal your beads and not give them back if you drop them. Deborah says, what thread are you using, Abby? We are using 8-pound Fireline. I find that some tilas are a little sharp on the edges, so I really like using Fireline because it is really abrasion resistant. And because we're going in all different directions with this kit, I think it's important. Also, I think that the Fireline just kind of disappears on the side. You don't really see it. Okay, let's do a yellow one. Alex, can you scan through the comments for me for any questions? I might have missed one. The comments were going a little too fast. You might need to scroll up because I think it was. Okay.
Aaron Yates Waters says, save this video so you can refer to it for instructions. Great idea.
Yeah.
No questions, though.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to get my thread tightened here. I looped it around the tie on my pants. I have a bow on my pants, and I just looped it around there. Things were going so smooth for a while, but it's like when you're working underneath a tripod and with all the lights and cords and everything, it sometimes
the pressure's getting to you.
It's a little tricky. There we go. Okay. So we'll tighten that and hopefully not tighten it around the ties on my pants. And then we'll be good. Oh, that's a good idea. Sherry says you could do these in sunset colors and call it Tequila Tila Sunset. Yes, that would be fun. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. This is our little swatch, essentially. So, oh, I need to do one more to make it work out. Sorry. So we're going to come down and add another tila. Oh, I should not have worn these pants because I keep looping it around my pants.
Sherry says,
one sec.
You could do these in sunset colors. And
I know. I just read that. You're sleepy, aren't you?
Tequila Tila Sunset. Have you seen that?
Yep.
Have you heard about it?
I did. Thank you. Okay. So there we are. We're going to add another one. Jan says, I started when you did and then got behind. We'll watch replay so I can stop and start. Good idea. That way you just have fun and chat. And oh, Melanie says, take the pants off. You're not filming under the table. Well, I might, except we are at our store and the entire front of our store is glass. So probably not a good idea because we're in a strip mall in like the mall area. So although our store is closed right now, there are still people out in the parking lot. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Monica says, totally unrelated. What bracelets are you wearing on your left wrist? I have on Luna bracelets with some of our ABS faux freshwater pearls and then one of our gold leaf bamboo beads. And then just the rest of them are just empty. Alex, can you link Luna bracelets in the chat for anybody who has not seen them before? They are super cool. Sherry says, Abby starting a riot. Can I pull my shirt over the bow? That's a great idea. I should have thought to do that from the beginning.
This one?
My shirt tucked in. Yeah, that one. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Helene says, in a strip mall, it still fits to the suggestion. Guys, this is not that kind of stream.
You gotta pay extra to see that.
Yeah. Okay, so imagine we did this strip. Okay. Imagine what can I imagine we did this beadwork section longer. Say we did 50 beads.
So there's the Luna bracelets. If y'all want them, they're only $9.95. You can go grab them. Use that 20% off coupon code. Save 20% off that. And here is the kit that Abby is stripping down and showing you.
Oh my goodness, stop it. Okay, so we when we do our design, we want to make sure that we are staggered. So see how this one's starting first and then this one. Well, we're going to have that so that this one ends first and then that one. And that'll give us even spaces to have our Kalimpos kind of so that it's not top heavy. So it works out that way. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do the ending part. So I'm going to take my needle off and I'm going to switch it to that tail end that we started with. And hopefully with a shorter tail end, I won't loop it around my pants. Melanie, so we can't add it to your order, but if you want to place another order when we go to fill your orders, we'll combine them if you add a note and ask for us to combine them and refund the shipping. Janine says, roughly how long should you make the Tila section? My guess is that it's approximately 5 inches, but just make sure you're using 50 beads. Okay, so now we're at the beginning again. I just added my
begin again.
I just added my needle to the tail end. We're going to bring it back through so that our tail end is coming out this way. What we're going to do now is pick up one of those seed beads that we set aside from earlier and one of our beautiful little Kalimpos findings. And you want to make sure you're stringing through the small hole of the Kalimpos, not the big hole. That's important. String through the small hole. Leave the big hole for our vegan suede for later. And now we're going to pick up another one of those cute little seed beads. Now we're going to go down through the Tila in the row beneath it, like this. Terry says, missed the beginning. How long is the tail end? It is approximately 6 inches. And when we pull it tight, it just nestles everything right into that little crevice there. Isn't that cool? Very, very cool. Okay, so now what we're going to do to lock it in, Alex, you're cute.
Lock it in.
Oh my. Lock it in.
Lock it in. Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to
What
go.
type of thread are you using? I'm like,
We are using 8-pound fire line. Okay, so
8 pounds.
Yep, it holds 8 pounds. It's not 8 pounds in itself. All right, so now we're going to go up through that and lock it in. And what I like to do is do that one more time if I can. Monica says those findings are cool. I've never seen those before. Do you have those separately in the store? Yes, we do. I believe we sell them in maybe a pair or a gross pack. Yeah, totally. Alex, can you search for something in our website? I'm going to spell it for you and hope that I'm spelling it correctly. It's Koly.
Nope.
Yeah, try, just hit enter. Okay, so I'm running into a little bit of an issue that I want to share with you guys. Sometimes, yes, there you go. Sometimes what happens when we're at the end here, since this Olympus finding is tapered, it wants to set this last bead sideways. So what is going to happen if that happens to you is you're just going to have to bring your needle out prematurely and then go back through that seed bead so that you don't pop the seed bead trying to force it. Okay, and then it's really easy to kind of do the same thing on the other side of the bracelet once we get to the end. And with our tail ends, what I like to do is just weave like this, in and out, until I meet my 2 tail ends together and tie them into a knot. Technically, this is one of those stitches where you wouldn't even have to tie a knot. But I like to tie a knot. You can use a thread zapper if you'd like. But just make sure with that extra long tail end that you are going to use that to kind of reinforce. And you'll find that it really helps with making sure everything is even. And when you're reinforcing, basically all you're doing is just what I'm doing here now. And it really kind of cinches everything together and makes it so it's not kind of like, I don't know, jaggedy, I guess would be the word. But if you've reinforced a whole lot, sometimes what happens is there's thread in the way of your needle. And so you might have to kind of like bounce your needle in and out a little bit in order to try and not get snagged, I guess, or not split the thread. So there we go. We have our little swatch. Sorry, I was off the camera for a minute there at the end. I was distracted by doing my beadwork. So at this point, what we're going to do is we are going to show you guys how to connect it all. Trish says, could you get away with 6-pound fire line? Totally. I just, with Tila, since they're a little sharp sometimes, I just like to, I don't know, better safe than sorry, in my opinion. So now that we've done this and we're pretending we've done this whole strip, what we're going to do is we're going to string our 5 inches of beads onto the soft flex. And then we're going to crimp it. So you have about 7 inches of soft flex here. Oh my goodness, did I forget my bead stopper? Hey, Alex, if I sent you to get a bead stopper, would you know where to go?
No.
Okay, Alex, entertain the folks with by talking about our shirt. If you want to link the shirt and go back to the face cam.
We have a shirt. And it's a good shirt.
Alex, come on.
It's a good shirt. Look, it says, I'd much rather be beading. I have to find the link to it. Nope. Shirt?
It's okay. I'll talk about it later.
Ah, I found it. Nope.
He did
it's
it.
getting linked now.
Okay.
You can't stop
He
me.
did it. Vivian says, will you be selling the t-shirts? Yes, we're doing our second
Get
run.
20% off today.
Yeah.
If you buy it using the code TGBE20. And that goes for anything on the website except for
classes and subscriptions.
So you too can own this really awesome shirt. And it says the B plate or TBP
on the back.
Yeah, that one.
Up by the neckline. So get your bead stopper. Remember to get your bead stopper before your project. And put it on the end of your piece of soft flex. And what you're going to do is just string those beads that are in your kit.
Roll that beautiful bead footage.
And you can, of course, think to arrange them ahead of time if you want.
You can do whatever you
want. You can do them completely at random, depending on your kit. There may or may not be color variety in your gemstones. But you want to string about 5 inches of beads. There should be approximately 5 inches of beads in your design. So because I spent a long time talking about the stitch pattern, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend like I just strung this entire 5 inches of beads. I'm going to switch my bead stopper to the other side, and I'm going to add on this little finishing bead here. Like that. This is one of the little tier cast hex beads. We love those to use as a nice little taper down to the crimp. Jan, they run on Mark. They're next level apparel, and they're the like ring spun cotton, and they're very true to size.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Okay, so we've done our little finishing bead. We've done our crimp bead. And now what we're going to do is grab your crimping pliers. Now.
Oh, there's little beads.
Yeah, I designed little beads on the shirt. Okay, so let me show you what we're doing here. So we are crimping to this closed jump ring. And that closed jump ring is actually going to get stacked on top of that Olympos finding. And we're stringing the vegan suede cord through it. So before we do all that, we actually have to connect this to one of our closed jump rings here. So we're going to string that on our jeweler's fire. And we are going to bring the wire back through that crimp bead. Now, because this is fine wire, you can either do, well, you can do one of two things. You can use a fine crimper if you have one, and you can crimp it. This is the fine magical crimper. I think these have been discontinued. I could be wrong. We may or may not still have them on our website. The other thing that you can do if you don't have a fine crimper is you can use your magical crimper, your standard magical crimper, and you can crimp it. And we are then, after the fact, gonna just give it a little pinch and then crimp it again. And we have tested it, and it is very strong to do it that way. Also, if you have a standard crimper, like the blue one that has like the hot dog bun look when you're done with it, you can do that as well. But I would not flat crimp with this project. Does that make sense? Oh, it says we froze. That's weird. I still see me.
What said that? Just keep going.
Okay, we're good now. Sorry about that, guys. No, I saw it on that my hand was frozen. Hopefully we're good now. Okay, so now what we're going to do is tuck our tail end back through that little tapered bead. And then if you can fit it through your next couple of gemstones, you can do that. But we're good now. Okay. Good deal. I'm not sure. It did that yesterday a couple of times too, and we've not had that happen before. Deborah says, what kind of crimp are you using? It's a standard 2x2 thick wall brass crimp bead. it's not going to fit through that one. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our soft flex cutter. We're going to back that out a little bit, and we're going to cut that down. Hey, Alex, can you just search crimpers on our website and see if we have stock on the green handled crimpers, or like the fine crimper?
Universal. That's the
Can,
only one I saw.
Can you just hit search? Because what pops up there is just search preview. Nope, I guess not. Actually, if you could click it and see if we actually added it as an option into it. We probably didn't, but yeah, we do. Oh, we still have them on there, I think, unless it says sold out when you click it. Nope, we still have them. We have a few green ones. Alex is going to link it in chat.
Oh my gosh.
You'll see a purple picture, but you can click for your size option. So
there you go. Use that coupon code, save 20% off.
Yeah.
Until Wednesday.
Okay, so now what we're going to do.
There it is. Click it before the comments bury the lead.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to repeat this on the other end. But make sure you've strung all the rest of your beads first. I'm just running out of time because I talk a lot.
14 minutes, just so you know.
I'm good. I got it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to take our vegan suede and we are going to cut it in half. So to me, I like to make my life easier. So I'm going to cut it at an angle. And the reason why I'm cutting it at an angle like this, you see how we cut it at an angle like that? That gives me like this little tip that I'm going to use essentially like a needle. So where'd my piece go? Oh, all the way over here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my beadwork strip and I'm going to take my gemstone strip and I'm going to stack them on top of one another. And I'm going to string my vegan suede through the Calympos finding and through the jump ring. And I'm going to pull about 6 inches of cord out like this. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a closer look here. I got to find the focus point. This is what we've done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do a barrel knot. Now, if a barrel knot is just a little bit too much for you at this time in the morning, if your coffee hasn't set in yet, you can just do a regular knot. But for me, I'm going to do a barrel knot. If you don't want to do that, when I say regular knot, I mean like an overhand knot, so you could double it.
Do a barrel roll.
And go through like that and pull the ends out. That's fine.
Does anybody get that reference?
I do. Oh, maybe we'll do, like, if you get that reference, you can let us know in chat. And then maybe if you place an order, there'll be an extra surprise in there for you. Okay, so Vivian says, hey, Alex, are the t-shirts men's sizes? Yes, they are standard unisex sizing, which is essentially men's sizes.
This shirt is a large, and it fits perfectly because I am a true large. And it's printed on, they're printed on Next Level blanks. So if you're familiar with, you know,
Next Level apparel
t-shirts,
kind of things.
Yeah, it's not like on Gildan, which is like $2 blanks.
Okay, so you see how I have wrapped that shorter end around the longer end? The one thing that I need you guys to pay attention to for this project is I wrapped it down towards our beadwork like that. So I took the shorter end and I wrapped it around the longer end 3 times, but I spiraled it towards the beadwork. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that tail end and we are going to push it up through all 3 of those little loops and we are going to pull it. But as we pull it, we are going to be gentle with it and guide it into position lovingly. And we're going to just...
the shirt's pre-shrunk.
Yes.
Pre-shrunk.
Yep. I think Next Level is pre-shrunk. I think we
Yeah.
even have pre-shrunk on the
They're definitely
description.
pre-shrunk because this fits perfectly.
Yeah.
And I just put it on for the first time today.
So we're going to whisper sweet nothings to our knot as we guide it into place. If it misbehaves, just kiss it a little bit and
Hey, yo.
Undo it and do it again. And there we go. Look how cute that is. So you can kind of trim that down if you want. I like.
You could do a show. We could do a show called Beading Striptease.
Quit.
And you could do that and just make fun of me the whole time, like tease me.
No, we're not doing that. Anyway, so
sorry.
you can leave your tail end long. I like the casual look. But the other thing that's cool about this particular application of the knot is not only is the bracelet adjustable because of the slide bead here, but this knot actually slides if you leave it a little loose. So if you want to be able to kind of wear it with the knot a little bit farther down in your design, check that out. But if you really want to secure it, you can add a little bit of glue, but I very rarely use glue in knotted designs just because I'm indecisive. Okay, so next, what we're going to do. Janella says, Alex.
Hey, yo.
Okay, what did I do with my other piece of cord?
Where's the...
Here it is. Okay, so it's called Versatila. We had to make it a complicated name for you to spell. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to repeat this same step on the other side. Of course, I can't do that because I talked too much and couldn't get my bead work done. But we are going to take both tail ends of our suede and we are going to push it through, push it through the slide bead here. Now, if it doesn't go through, which it probably won't unless you're extremely lucky, what you're going to do is you're going to take your pliers or your tweezers and you're going to help push it through.
Monica said, jewelry making is fun and relaxing. Winky face.
Okay, so we're going to push it through. You're going to grab it with your fingernails or another tweezers and really just kind of force it in there. And then we are going to do the same with the one that got left behind. See how I'm just pushing it in there? That silicone on the inside of this bead end is really malleable. I know I've been talking the whole time. I got a gold straw in my drink and everything, and I haven't even drank it.
At the coffee shop.
He is very distracting. Okay, so here we go. We have the slide bead on, and now what we're going to do is we're going to do these cute little decorative knots here. If you want to be extra, I like being extra. I have a gold straw on my coffee, so you know that I like being extra. So if you are over the barrel knots, if you tied that barrel knot on this and you're like, I'm never doing that again, that's okay. You can just do an overhand knot and it's beautiful, just like this. Look at that shimmery, beautiful vegan suede cord. But I would like to be extra because that is my nature. So I'm going to do that same thing that we just did, wrapping the short end back around the long end. But instead of doing 3 times, I'm doing it twice. Actually, let me do that longer. Okay, so we're going to fold it back on itself like this to get a loop. We're going to go around it twice. And then we're going to take the tail end up through that little one and the bend back. And then when we whisper sweet nothings to it, tell it we love it and we're so proud of it. And it's going to treat us well. It's going to be a good girl. There we go. We did it. Look at us. And then do the same thing to the other side, and through the magic of television and the fact that I made this sample one.
A week ago?
No, like a month or 2 ago.
Dang.
Now we have, drum roll please.
Now I got salt and pepper stuck in my head.
Push it. Now we have a finished bracelet. Look how cute it is. And it can also be worn as a necklace, which is my favorite part. I love versatile jewelry. Trish says a crimp cover would be a nice touch too. Yes, I agree. It would be a fantastic touch. Right. Okay. So before we switch back to face cam, I want to give you guys one more look at the colors. Terahertz might be sold out by now. I saw a bunch of pings on my phone come through.
There's the link, folks, if you want, to the Versatila wrap
Ooh,
bracelet.
baby.
So, and again, folks, utilize that coupon code, which is TGBE20. You save 20% at beadplace.net. That can go for basically anything. So grab yourself a t-shirt. I'd much rather be beading. It's the shirts we're wearing right now. They're great shirts.
Just to be clear, this is a pre-order for the t-shirts. In order to just kind of make it so that we have just the sizes that we need to fit everybody. We do pre-orders for these shirts, and we use a small kind of like family-run printing business that a friend of mine owns. And so shirts will ship approximately the end of May. You'll have through the end of this month to get your order in. Oh no, I'm sorry, through the beginning of May. And then shirts will ship out the end of May. And there's other colors too. Do you want to go back to face cam for a minute? Thanks so much, everybody. This has been super fun. I want to tell them about our giveaway. So because the shirts are super cute and because we know a lot of you, oh, I got to put my party hat back on.
Yeah, I got my party.
Because because we know a lot of you have already gotten the shirts. We're going to do a fun giveaway. So you have until Wednesday.
Yeah, Debbie, the sizes are spot on.
This is a
large and fits like a glove.
The one that I was wearing for preview night, I think, was an extra large. And if I wanted, like, I don't know, like super oversized, I think that, sometimes you guys don't know what I look like in real life, so. Sometimes you do.
Sometimes you want to have that baggy life, that oversized. Look, she got this like an hour and a half ago, and she has only drinking.
Because I've been talking to all of you guys and having fun.
She's drunk.
But anyway, so you have until Wednesday to post a picture of yourself wearing the shirt, if you already have one, or Photoshop yourself
wearing the shirt. That's cool.
Which I think is a super fun thing.
And it's got to be like super bad Photoshop. Like, don't try to make it look legit. Like, just take the image from our from beadplace.net
and just like cut a square image of your face over it, or just share the link publicly of our shirt and make sure that you've tagged us in your share either on Instagram or Facebook. And then that's it. That's your entry.
That's all you gotta do.
That's all you have to do, and you'll win a $50 gift certificate to the Bead Place.
Well, you have the chance to win.
Yeah, you'll have the chance to win. Not everybody that does. Sorry, no, we can't do that. We can't do that.
You get a car. What are you, Oprah?
No. So you'll have through Wednesday not only to enter the giveaway, but you can.
Beating Oprah right here.
But you'll also have through Wednesday to shop the sale. So use code TGBE20 to shop the sale.
Crimpers are gone.
Oh, okay. Shoot.
Crumpets.
We tried. So the other thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that we are having a bead show at our store May 16th through 18th. We're located in the St. Louis area.
Fairview Heights, to be exact.
The show is
15 minutes from downtown St. Louis.
Yeah, the show is in our store, so it's not like huge, massive convention center.
Hey, Jan, we tried.
And it's gonna be fun.
Hi, Becky. Yeah, I know. I have a really fun hat. Hers is kind of extra.
Yeah,
mine's super fun. Squirtle.
Mine's boring.
Any Pokemon fans?
Quit distracting me. I'm trying to tell them.
1 minute.
So
you better hurry.
I am looking directly out our front windows at 3 hotels, and then there's 2 more on the same block. So it is 2. There, look, 1, 2, 3.
It's a pull-face
I'll take
line.
a picture. I'll take a picture out our front window. Anyway, so we have a lot of nice hotels around us. If you are looking for a getaway, May 16th through 18th would be a great time for you to come visit Fairview Heights, and we can recommend the specific We can recommend those specific hotels to you if you want to stay super close by.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, there's a ton of Airbnbs around here, too. Lots of other crafty businesses, great restaurants. We're right down the road from a mall. So come see us. And I think that's all we have to say about us. But I did want to mention how great was that yesterday. First off, the trend report was super fun. So thanks to Nilay for putting that whole thing together. And then following Nile was the
like investing, like trends.
Stop. We don't have much time. Stop. So the after that was Katie Hacker of Beads of Courage, and it just feels so cool to have Katie Hacker representing Beads of Courage for one, and then to have them be a part of this. It's super special. So if you missed that, go check it out. If you're not sure what that organization is, she did a great job of explaining what it is and how you can participate. And then also after us is Heather Powers. You have a half-hour break. She's going to start in about a half hour. And then later today is Lisa Niven Kelly of Beaducation. She is our special guest presenter once again.
How do I get in the drawing?
So how do you get in the drawing? You have to post a picture of yourself wearing the shirt, or a photoshopped picture of yourself wearing the shirt, or just share the link to the shirt and make sure it's a public post and tag us in it. You'll have through Wednesday to enter for a chance to win a $50 gift certificate to the Bead Place. And then if you're wanting to enter the big grand drawing from all the Great Bead Extravaganza presenters, the giveaway link is posted on the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook page and in the group. Thank you so much, everybody.
I could share my expertise with you all today. I really carried this stream.
This has been super fun. Thank you, everybody. And I can't wait to check out what Heather has to show at.
But seriously, everybody, thank you all for watching. Give a thumbs up and hearts for Abby, because obviously I just come on here and act like a complete jabroni and just try and make everybody laugh. But Abby's really... She knows her stuff. She's an excellent presenter. And
Thank you.
Thanks for supporting the Bead Place. We appreciate you. Shout out to all the other presenters today. Keep watching.
Yeah, you guys make it so that we can eat. So
yeah, you're all awesome.
And we like food.
Yeah, food is really enjoyable sometimes.
Okay, we're talking too much. We're 2 minutes over. Thank you, everybody. Stay tuned for Heather. Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.